Go through the end zone. It's a touchback. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Now timeout signal fourth, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
Those are this drive off with some points.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are. Josh Downs now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Now he'll run.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
On play action, Richardson escaping the danger, throwing and completing. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. Looking to throw, Richardson. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Colts first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And the Chiefs are going to
play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now, Mahomes. He's going to keep it himself.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
He'll run again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
That is caught. It is Hopkins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes. He runs with it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
They'll run here. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
That's hauled in at the 2. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Pacheco. Good blocking with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
Here's Gould on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Downs goes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. That one complete to Pierce. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Richardson going to look to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. He'll look deep for Pittman. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Now he takes off. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
A run with Pacheco. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
Big-time throw there, sets them up really nicely. They find themselves well in field goal range for a potential game-winning field goal try. Under a minute, all they got to do is just keep working the clock, get as close as they can, send that kicker out there and see if he can make that kick. And in this situation, Mike, with time running down, an incompletion here is not the worst thing in the world. Remember, you're already well within scoring range. Now you're just trying to get as close as possible. You can't take a sack, and of course you can't turn it over. So if it's not there, Just throw it away.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing to begin is Love. He's going to test this secondary right away. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Oh, man, what a start to this one, Greg. Right out of the gate, first play of the game. A big ball downfield for the touchdown.
I don't even think the fans have settled into their seats, Mike. I mean, you talk about a fast start. There was no settling into this one. This play caller wanted to attack early, and boy, did he ever.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Throwing to begin is Richardson. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Richardson. A throw on the move is caught. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. They'll run here. Trouble. Down he goes. Race 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Richardson. Taking, and he will score. Anthony Richardson, touchdown, Indy.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers 1st down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. 2 minutes to play. 1st half, all tied at 7. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Now Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now Jacobs. And he'll take this down to about the 7.
Ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Dobbs headed in motion. A second down throw for Love. He'll tuck it. He is in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Recovered by the receiving team.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Throwing, Richardson. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He's going to take a shot down the field. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. A throw on the run is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 52 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Throwing on second down, Richardson. The ball. Here's Richardson. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take it on in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Love. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
To the sideline, he's got Watson.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion.
Josh Jacobs, ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it up.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow, and the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll stick to the ground. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On second down, Love. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Taking off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Richardson to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Open man downfield, it's Pittman. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on fourth down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here is 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Colts first down.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. In 10. Now Richardson. through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now Richardson. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. From the gun, Richardson. He's got his man. That's downs. They convert with a gain of 15. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to first and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On second down, Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Now, second and goal. To throw, it's Richardson. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. Now they'll be looking at third and goal. Richardson going to look to throw. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
Taylor. And he'll get in. An incredible, gutsy call. Pays off. They've taken the lead by 1. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Love. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
This one up top for Dobbs. And the Colts are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. At the 46-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Quan Martin. He's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Play fake to Jones. Now Darnold. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He was looking for Jordan Addison. That 3rd down coming up.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
You let this go. Deep for Jefferson. From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Lumen Field. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. To throw on the first play, it's Smith. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A first down throw for Smith. Now he'll run.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Smith, quick one to Metcalf. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Gino now on 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Now, Geno. And he's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Kevontae Turpin. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Rush gonna throw to get it started. This one downfield, complete to Cooks. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Cowboys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Geno to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That is caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
From the end zone, here's Kevontae Turpin. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. Here's Rush. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Cooks going in motion. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Throwing is Rush. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Now Rush. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. Now we get whistles. Time has run out. The first quarter has come to an end. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. So a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Rush. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. To throw is Rush. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. A huge play for Dallas. 39 yards. Rush to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he will get into the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the third pitch and catch on first down. Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will go all the way. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. Myers. Good on the extra point. And the Seahawks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Throwing is Rush. intercepted by Terry Quillen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up. In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On first down, it's Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Eric Hendricks.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. A gain there of 27 yards.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Now they'll set up to throw. The open man is Tolbert. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On play action, Hurts. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's down the field for Lamb. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good for the Cowboys. First and 10 at the 47.
They'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play for the Cowboys. 36 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Here's Rush. That is caught side of the end zone. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. It's like a design run. Hurts has it. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now Hurts going to run this one himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. On fourth down, the snap comes to Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. On first down, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Third and long. The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. And this ball incomplete on third down. John Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it's going to be fourth down. He's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Rush. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 79 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys move out on top, 14-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Hurts looking to throw on first down. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Eric Hendricks. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Here's a screen coming for Dowdle.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Throwing is Rush. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Cooper Rush. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Open man downfield is Brown. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st down, Eagles.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. To throw is Rush. That's down the field for Lamb. That's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Rush. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Rush to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that'll set up 4th down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw. But I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Man in motion is Smith. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he will score. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. So they come up with a long touchdown on the little short pass. Greg, the quarterbacks love those pop passes, especially when they end up in the end zone.
Mike, you're well aware of the phrase in golf that there's no pictures on a scorecard. Well, in this case, there's no pictures on a box score because it doesn't matter if you throw it 1 yard or 50. You get credit for it all. In this case, he'll take credit for the touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Now, Rush. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He's across midfield, and he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the
Back to throw. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
brings up 2nd and 4. at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Now Dowdle. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Cowboys. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. He puts it up, and it's caught. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line. Here's Rush.
Front, good decision by the quarterback to find his read, Balls accurate, balls on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
He'll drop to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll look to throw. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Good for a Cowboys. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he coughs up the football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And they'll take it in for the touchdown. Greg, they were looking for that big momentum moment, and the defense delivers with the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself trailing, especially here in the second half, you're just looking for any spark, and you don't know where it's going to come from. In this case, it comes from the defense not only being able to force that turnover, take it back for 6, and start chipping away at this second half deficit.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Rush. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
I can appreciate the idea of keeping the play alive, right? Giving as much time as possible to your targets to uncover downfield. But you also have to play to your strengths. You got to know the type of player that you are. In this case, doesn't have quite enough speed to get away and probably should have just thrown it away.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they're going to send their fans home quite happy. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Lambeau. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Play action this time with Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 59 yards. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, certainly not a great start. You give up the one-play touchdown, Charles, and it looked like this offense was trying to get the equalizer in one play on the other side.
They certainly were, and I think that the shock of giving up the big play may have forced their hand a little bit in their play calling. They didn't have the discipline to just say, all right, we've got time. Let's go ahead and work it downfield. Oh, you got a big play against us? We're coming right back to you. And it didn't go the way they envisioned.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Love now. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Love looking to throw it. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. So nothing doing there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They go with Jacobs, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty.
And it's set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Tua going to throw. Smith catches left side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Wilson. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Love. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Now Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Short throw to Smith. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Washington now brings this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tua on 4th down. And that is knocked away in the middle.